Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And look at this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he takes this ahead to the 40-yard line before going down. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They give it to him again. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Offense in the hurry up here. Back to the well again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Offense up to the line fast. Another try following the sack. Wiley hulls it in. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Mahomes. He's on the move. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go. 12, 12, 12. Don.
Hand off to the back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger but that back remains hungry.
And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, kid. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Back-to-back carries here. They get 13 on the pickup. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Short pass caught by his tight end. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter after.
On one, ready?
We're all set to bring you the second quarter. The Bengals
11.
well within striking distance.
12, 12, 12. That.
They'll run here on first down. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just one.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. But they couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals start off well to tie things 7-7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. To the air, Mahomes. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down throw, Mahomes. Connects with Wiley. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Another carry for him. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Working quickly here. Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. Dump off caught by his back. Touchdown, Kansas City. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
11. Let's get set. That.
Right up the gut. And he'll push forward for a small gain to the 31. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here we go. That.
Burrow setting up the play action. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
After the pick, here's Burrow again. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Nick Bolton has it. And the Chiefs take over after returning it inside the red zone.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Chiefs with a chance to add to their lead. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. And he's brought down for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They'll send him up the middle. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. It's a gain of 3. That leaves him only a yard shy on 3rd and goal. They're headed up the middle. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Chiefs boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs stretch their lead to 21. Butker on now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
12. Gun. Dot. 11. Dot.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Burton there to bring it in. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first.
11.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On 1st down, here's Burrow. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed to his running back. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. Second down now, 7 to go. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He'll dump this one. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Hey, a normal old stop on third down just wasn't good enough for this crew. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from him literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
Here we go.
From the 28. Nice work by the back here, playing safety valve complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Working inside the red zone. It's inside the 10. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
Here we go, here we go.
To throw again, it's Burrow. And a catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals make it a 1-score game before halftime. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He'll throw it. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Hayward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far, and no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Here's the handoff. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Marte Mapu, the man on the tackle. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
Going to the ground again on first. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Play action now. Burrow. That's going to be cut by all. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Cut by the open man. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Point after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals tie us up 28-all. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. Spins out of 1 stop. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. From the 48. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and of course, it's the incompletion.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Handoff now out of the gun. Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the
man, did those sidelines get loud. I think we all had to figure out what the heck was going on and who recovered the ball. But the minute they see the defense gets it, Kate, look at them. They save 6 points, and they get the ball back for their offense.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Pretty obvious, this defense, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
First down, and they go right back to him. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. After 3 quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's been a thrilling game. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Gun. Stop.
From the 39. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. This one misses the tight end. So they're left facing third and long.
Here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. That's caught. He found some space. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. A gain of 27 yards there. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
11 MT.
Now a give running right. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard.
I'm one, ready?
Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Finds his man, Chase. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Left side, backs there, caught! Touchdown, Cincinnati! Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down. Here's Mahomes. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Another turnover. This time it's an interception. And the Bengals getting back on his 6th interception of the season.
On one, ready?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12. Dot.
Plowing up the middle. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Just set. Dot.
They go play action here. They did it! He made the interception! Dallas Turner picks it off! And the Chiefs have some new life in the 4th! Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy out, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. He's back to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs now trail by just a point in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Butker on now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go. Dot.
They hand this one off. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals pushing to get within range for a game winner. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
11, 11, 11. Here we go. Dot.
Back to the well again. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Dot.
On 1st down, they'll run. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
12, 12, 12. Here we go, here we go. Dot.
Here he is to throw. And he's brought down after a short gain. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Dot.
To throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10.
Let's get set.
He'll look to throw it. Bails out of the pocket quick. Completes this one to Chase. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here we go, here we go.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. And now they call the timeout. Oh, Brock, what a play to get him into range. And now they can win it all as time expires. So now it'll all come down to the foot of Evan McPherson. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout. So it all comes down to the right foot of their kicker. This only a chip shot from the right hash. That one is good! And that, folks, is your game winner!
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. So the Bengals pick up the win in this one. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable